Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today's video is all about the biggest power leaks you would get off the tee, particularly with the driver. Obviously off the tee you can hit other clubs, but we're going to talk about the power leaks and the common errors I see with people with the driver. As a side note, please, if you haven't subscribed and you're a new time viewer, please do so. It really helps my channel. I'm sure it'll help your golf also on the way. So keep watching to find out how we reduce the power leaks off the tee. So as I said in the intro, we're talking about the power leaks off the tee, the things that can cause you to hit poor distances off the tee with the driver in particular. So the most common things I would see would be a poor angle of attack and obviously a path that would be cutting across the golf ball. And generally speaking, they go hand in hand. When you have a poor path, you generally hit more down on the golf ball. Then also what happens as a side note to that is you tend to strike the ball higher in the club and more towards the heel or drastically towards the toe. So what I'm describing there for you there is if I came across and down on the golf ball, you'll see there I present the heel of the club to the ball and I'm going to hit the ball pretty much at the top of the club and almost try and take almost a bruising of the ground or a divot after the golf ball, which is not what we're looking for with the driver. With the driver is the only club in the bag, apart from the putter, where I'd want to see you hit up on the golf ball. Every other club, certainly from a fairway line, I'd want to see you hit down on the ball. But the driver would be up on the ball. Now, there are many reasons why this happens. The in-swing reason would generally be a poor transition from the top and the arms being fairly narrow at the top, or the right arm being very, what I'd call internal at the top. So it gets this way on top of the ball too quickly. Conceptually, it can be caused by you thinking about getting to the ball as quick as you can, rather than thinking patiently and letting your arms shallow and then turn onto the golf ball. Those things can help. From a setter point of view, what tends to happen is the ball gets positioned too far back in the stance. So with the driver, it would be more in the center rather than the left heel. Your hands can be too far ahead of the ball. The weight can be too much on the lead foot. All these things can have an effect. Last thing a step we look at be probably the head, sternum and forearm positions can be like this, forward and open. Again, this leads us to want to swing this way. So making sure we're set up with our sternum, head and forearms in the correct position will help reduce the power leaks. But the big things is really just hitting down on the ball and striking the ball poorly. Now some golfers, you are going to be better swinging slower and striking the ball better to get more speed than hitting it harder and striking it worse. You'll have to work out if that's you or not. As a general rule, most people swing the golf club too slowly. So this is not generally a sweeping statement I'd say is everyone. But if you are trying to hit the ball a long way out there and you tend to start striking the ball inconsistently, that is not going to help your cause at all. So don't be worried if that is you, and then you need to make a change from that. So what we're looking for really is a simple process. So we want to make sure we're stood the correct distance away from the ball. So if we take the club and outstretch it, bow and bend, make sure that club comes down and aligns itself with the tailor-made marker for me. That'll make sure I'm going to hit the ball in the center of the club if I do a good golf swing. Obviously a bad golf swing is not going to return there. I want to make sure my ball position is left heel, my stance is shoulder width apart. I want to make sure my weight is slightly loaded to my trail foot, about 55%. I want to make sure my hands are behind the ball. My head is behind my hands, my sternum's behind my hands, so my buttons on my shirt here are behind the handle as well. From there then I want to feel, I'm going to be patient, so I'm going to make it a big backswing, be patient in that transition, allow that club to shallow. And I like this as a practice swing particularly. I'm almost visualizing I'm hitting the golf ball in the middle of this ravine as we would look here, nowhere near the fairway. That is the kind of aiming direction of my swing in order to make sure I hit it from the inside or from a neutral into square to in path and not come over the top. That would be the feel and concept. So let me try a shot feeling that. So I'm going to try and be patient at the top, try and turn behind the golf ball nicely. And just push it up the right hand side there a little bit, but not too bad a drive at all. Certainly didn't hit down on the ball. I could tell that by the strike. Again, the strike location will help you with that. So if you're striking the ball all the time at the top of the club and you've got it teed appropriately, generally pattern would be then you're hitting down on the ball too much. If you're hitting it too low in the face at the bottom, you could well be hitting up on the ball too much, but again, the tee height needs to be correct to judge this correctly. So basically, the biggest power leaks in your golf game for the driver would be a poor path cutting across the golf ball, swinging out to in, hitting the ball off center, hitting down on the golf ball as opposed to up, and really having in that narrow swing and that kind of concept of urgency to get to the ball in that transition, instead of kind of waiting for the arms at the top, waiting and leaving them hanging up there a little bit longer and turning, completing and turning and letting the arms shallow. That would be the overriding concept feels I'd want you to feel from that. So trying to hit some drives where you feel you're swinging way to the right, you get the kind of patience, this kind of slow transition will be a good way to practice. And so obviously on the golf course, I want you to hit shots with commitment, with speed and, you know, vibrancy. That is important to me. I don't want you steering the ball because I want you hitting it quite hard. So have a go at those tips. Post down below any questions you have, also any requests you have for any videos. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you have enjoyed the video, please click like and also share the video. It really helps my channel grow and I really appreciate if you could do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed, hit my logo down the bottom corner. Come and join me on my journey. Let's lower your scores and improve your golf and help me grow my channel at the same time. Win-win for me as far as I'm concerned. So lastly, thanks for Salbury Golf Course here in Gran Canaria. Come and check it out if you're in the area. Great hotel. But thank you very much for them to allow me to film you today. And also lastly, thank you to you for joining me. See you again here soon.